All right, it's Who Will She Be Talking to Wednesdays. I'm Jenny Boom Boom, and I have comedian extraordinaire, media giant Jack Thriller here. Is that good?
That's my name. Yeah. How did you? Yeah.
Is
I'm
that
here.
is that is that a good way to describe you at this point, Jack?
Yeah, I enjoyed that and the intro too. Thank you. You made me again.
Jack just got back from the gym, and of course, I mean, I know you showered and everything, but every day I'm seeing like on your IG, you are just working out like crazy at this point.
Man, I'm just trying to better myself all the way around, Jenny. To be honest with you, and the better you look, the more attractive opportunities, are to you and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loves people that care about themselves and stuff, and that's where the money is in self-care. And so, not only am I working my body out, but I'm working my mind out. You know what I'm saying? I'm working out spiritually and, just trying to just get into a better financial situation and, just becoming a better person, comedian, son, brother, friend.
Wow, Jack. I mean, that's a lot to take on all at once.
Hey, man, listen, when you bite off more than you can chew, you just got to learn how to eat faster.
I like that. So COVID came and I know it halted some of the stuff that you're probably doing at the time. So is this like this enlightenment, coming from you having to sit down for a second and just kind of figure some things out or?
COVID definitely pushed me in an area where I knew I just had to get it myself for real, and don't hate on nobody, don't wait on nobody, and I had it also let me know that things that I had deemed as my way out, it was I needed to just be more creative and put myself out there, and like I said before, focusing on just being doper and
Right.
everything. Put myself on. Like I was on tour with Martin Lawrence before COVID,
I know.
and that was the highlight of my life.
Right. Yeah.
I waited for that ever since I'm 12 years old, 10 years old or something like that. And it happened 28 years later. You know what I'm saying? So that was really big for me. And then when COVID came in, it just rocked my world. Like, how the hell you fucking kidding me, God? This was it. I've never performed in front of 20,000 people before in my life before this. I've never had someone that was an idol of mine, hand picked me to be on some shit, and I didn't even know he knew I did that shit.
I know. It must
You know,
have been quite an honor to work with Martin Lawrence.
it was everything. It was everything. It was a dream come true. It was a dream.
Were you
It was,
nervous at all, Jack? Were you nervous?
I was, in a space where I had just came out of I was coming out of a depression and whatnot, and I got into a space in my life where I was just thinking I didn't think I was good enough to even be doing no shit like that, and
Right.
I let tell me that you just a journalist and a hip hop guy and whatnot. You delete the comedy shit ain't gonna people don't know you for that. It's not gonna work for you. Mind you, I've been doing it since I'm 17.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm
You've
saying?
been
So
on TV. You've done Wild 'N Out. You've done a number of things on TV. So.
yeah, but the thing that was working was the interviews, and so you get into a place sometimes where you like, man, well, maybe this is that's all I am, and that's all I'm
I
supposed
know.
to be. So you start thinking to yourself, I'm not in love with this anymore because this is not what I set out to do. This is just what worked for me and became a vessel. And that's where I was with it and everything. 'Cause like I said, I like doing interviews and all that other shit, and meeting with people that I grew up on. But I wanted to be a big comedian.
Right. And plus,
You
I
know,
mean, just getting back to what you were just saying, sometimes things just become second nature to you and they become so easy to do that
Mm,
they're not challenging. And creative people have to constantly be challenged. They just do.
yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
And so when I was opening up for Music Soul Child, a really good friend of mine. We both got that eye, and whenever he came to town, opened up for me. He asked me, he's like, "Hey man, why the fuck you ain't in movies and why you ain't on tour and shit like that? You funny as fuck." I never got that,
Right.
and I was like, "Who's managing you? Who's your agent?" I said, "Me."
Yeah. I'm doing all the work because I can't afford to pay anybody right now, or I can't find
Yeah,
anybody that's going to work as hard as I am. Yeah.
nobody's excited about me the way I'm excited about me.
Yeah.
And and he loaned me his manager, which is still manager right now. And his manager asked me, did he has submitted me to ICM,
Mm,
and everybody's on there, Lil
right.
Duval to uh, Cat Williams, all the big comedians, they're on this shit. And
Mm,
you know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, they ain't gonna fuck with me. I'm just self-loathing and just talking myself out of some shit because it ain't happened for me yet, so I don't believe it's gonna happen.
right, right, yeah.
And he submits me, and they was like, yo, Jack Dewiller is hilarious, but does he do stand-up? Because once again, no one knows me for that.
Right.
And he was like, yeah, does he do stand-up? Are you fucking kidding me? And he was like, yeah, it's a tape. We got this Martin Lawrence tour coming up. And my manager hit me back and told me, like, yeah, it was like, they got this Martin Lawrence tour coming up and whatnot, man. You could possibly be on it. I was like, yeah, fucking right. Like, you got fucking, you got a video or something like that we could send them. They just need to see a video of you doing stand up. I didn't have anything online. I ain't have nothing but interviews and red carpets. So I sent them a whole bunch of red carpets and whatnot. And it just dawned on me that I did have one video that Sway from Sway in the Morning he used to do a live remotes from Caroline's on Broadway.
Mm,
And he called me one morning because he heard I was really doing bad. I was homeless, and I had gotten evicted, and I was married and divorced and all kind of shit. And I had went blind in my good eye and whatnot. Had this domestic violence situation going on,
oh
just
my
really
God.
spiraling out of control. And
Wow.
he had he asked me to come to Caroline's and stuff one morning, and they do these comedy shows and shit. And I went up there, went to the dressing room, and he gave me $5,000 and told me to get my shit together.
And
And
I would have taken it and ran.
I tried. I
Yeah.
tried. He stops me and he said, "Hey, I need you to go on stage." And I was like, I'm not mentally. They said, "Well, give me my money back." I was like, "All right, cool, shit. When I gotta go up? God damn it! What the? Okay, when?" I said, "He's going up first. First? I mean, okay, cool. Throw me up. I don't know what I'm talking about, but fuck it." And so I went up and I was just talking about what I was going on in my life and whatnot at the time, the trials and tribulations. And it was so funny to everybody, but it wasn't funny to me.
Right, because
But
you went through it.
yeah, but when I saw everybody was like dying and it was thunderous laughter, and I was like, oh shit, I have a story now. Now my comedy is not just jokety joke shit. I
Right.
have that way more unique than the shit that I already been talking about. I sent that to my manager. He sent it to ICM, and they saw it, and it was like, "Yo, this was hilarious." If Martin likes it, then Jack is on tour with Martin. And my manager came back and told me that shit, and I was like, "Okay, yeah,
I
all
gotta
right,
wait for Martin Lawrence to like it. Oh.
yeah, okay." My shit out of everybody, all these new motherfuckers with the millions of followers and all these, and I'm old. I'm thinking in my mind, I'm old school. I'm
Right.
old school.
Yeah.
What the fuck he gonna pick me for? And whatnot, even though I am qualified. But yeah, he could go get anybody. And Martin watched it. My manager got back with me, and at like at 8 o'clock, I was at my man Boy Wonder, DJ Boy Wonder studio, and I had on speakerphone. He's like, "Hey man, you on tour with Martin? $10,000
Oh
a
my
show."
God.
What? What? You fucking kidding me? Yeah, and I lost it, man, and it just rebuilt me. I was renewed. I was reborn and
That is an
whatnot.
incredible story, Jack.
Yeah, yeah, it was my. I still can't believe it happened. I still
Wow.
can't happen. And when COVID's over, Martin said I'm still on the tour, and he checks in on me all the time.
That's
Can't
so
stuff up.
amazing. Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
That's amazing, Jack.
So getting ready, as you can, like I said, as you can see in the gym,
Yeah.
like my spirituality, just building myself back up, man. Just building myself all the way back up into that the young, hungry comedian that I used to be, and I want it again. I'm hungry, and I give a fuck. It ain't like where it used to be where I didn't give a fuck. I care about me now, and a whole another. I didn't fell in love with myself again. I tongue kissed myself.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. That's why you call yourself the gospel sex symbol.
you better tell a friend to tell a friend. Yeah, you can be sexy and love God at the same time. That's what it's all about.
All the
You know,
ladies agree you're the gospel sex symbol there, Jack. So, I love your story because so many people don't realize how much people in the entertainment business struggle. A lot of folks, they have to work so hard for so long to just get that little bit, that little piece of success to even get
mm,
things going. And I think
mm,
it's because a lot of, especially younger people, they see young artists and young people doing things that are kind of coming immediately to them. But
mhm.
I think sometimes people just don't realize how hard people in the entertainment business work.
Most definitely. You hit it right on the head and whatnot. It's not an overnight thing at all. For some people, it can be, hopefully you're lucky enough for to catch a lucky star and everything, but it's definitely a lifetime thing. And I've put in my 10,000 hours in about 5 different areas,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
the name of the game is don't quit, keep on going, keep God first.
Yeah, and I do believe though that your process is everything too. Because
Oh
it's
yeah.
like the build up, the ups and downs. I think people that it when it comes to them, they truly appreciate it because they've had to work so hard.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
You know?
Most definitely. It's a lot of things I didn't even know why I was even going through it because I didn't feel like I deserved it to go through that because I feel like I was such a great guy and whatnot. But I get it now, and it's prepared me for to be successful. And I always played the cards I was dealt, and I ain't never felt sorry for myself. I didn't never felt suicidal, or I never felt like it's somebody's fault that I didn't excel or advance in the areas that I wanted to do. I always put it on me,
Right.
you know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I just had some. I would dip into some depressions here and there and stuff, but I always like dig myself out. I always like, even though all the stuff I had to tell you about, these are shit very traumatic for me, very traumatic things.
Right.
And to come out, unscathed and with my mind still intact. Oh my God, man! I'm telling you, God can really work a miracle, man. And look at me, I'm definitely that.
Jack, when you said you got up on stage and you did that, did the stands up and talked about all of everything you had been through, it must have been a relief too, though. Because I just find even for me being on the radio, when things are like, messy in my life, if I talk about it on the radio and joke about it, like I
Mm,
feel so much better.
yeah,
It's like a
yeah.
relief, like to make fun of the fact that this happened or that happened or whatever.
It's therapy, and I have a lot of different sides to me. I'm really sharp, and I can be really dark too.
I don't know the dark side of you, Jack.
No, no, yeah, yeah, you probably would see it on stage, but as long as you smile when you do it, it don't come off dark. But
Like, are we talking like a Charles Manson type of dark, or like where are we heading with this?
it's just the perspective on certain things. It can be a little overwhelming to people that don't know me, or you get to know me. Then okay, I see where he's going with this. It is just a little deeper than that. He's venting, but very few get a chance to see that with me.
Hmm.
You know what they say: a wise man can play a fool, but a fool can't play a wise man. So a lot of people underestimate me in certain areas, and I give them whatever you think I am, I'll be that for you. With
Maybe that's because you're like, you're being funny a lot, so folks don't think, that you can, you're picking up on some things.
Oh yeah, most definitely,
Yeah,
100. And its advantages in being underestimated.
I agree. I agree with that, definitely. So I wanted to get your thoughts on the election. I saw what you put on your IG today, where you had Eddie Murphy in there from Trading Places, where you said, I forget that your caption. It was really funny though about both Joe Biden and Donald Trump trying to gain black votes.
Mm.
But what are your thoughts on this? This is like craziness today that we're still sitting here and don't know who the president of the United States will be. Okay, what?
We
What?
we know. We know. You know,
I'm,
we
I'm
know.
not. I'm not following.
We know who's going to be what's going on right now. We know who's going to be. Man, this is it's interesting. I'm enjoying the movie.
I mean,
Uh,
President Trump did say last night that he feels he's the winner. Your face is so funny
Listen,
right now. Your face is so funny, Jack.
listen. Hold on, shit. I got the wrong hat on. Let me get neutral real quick.
Okay, get neutral. Yes, that's not neutral. That's Democrat.
Yeah.
Do you have anything? Yeah, black's good. Black's good.
Oh shit, that was close. And just so people know, I'm from Atlanta, and this is my.
Yes, we know. We know.
You'd be surprised. A lot of people think that I'm from New York because of my affiliation with 50 Cent. So, again,
Right,
and
yeah,
that,
I originally thought that about you. I did.
yeah,
When we first
yeah,
met years ago, I thought you were a New Yorker, just being honest. I did. I didn't really catch the accent or any of that. And then as time grew, I was like, oh, yeah, he's not from New York originally.
nowhere near.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nowhere near. Yeah. And his presence is just so strong. Whatever he the whiz. So whatever he doing, everybody else doing that's around him. If that makes
Yeah.
any sense.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of that, I mean, he endorsed Donald Trump. He went back on it, but he endorsed him, and so did Lil Wayne and Lil Pump, and Ice Cube's working with the Trump administration. What are your thoughts on that, Jack?
Man, shit. Everybody got a price and whatnot, I'm just curious, like, how much you'll give me? How much you'll give me for my little endorsement? What kind of checks is being distributed?
Well, President Trump did try to get Rich the Kid on stage with him at his final rally. Rich the Kid said he can't be bought.
Yeah, it wasn't enough. That's all it was. It just wasn't enough.
He brought Little Pump up on stage and said his name was Little Pimp.
That show you how much he gives a mother or a fuck. Yeah. So once again, it's what that check be? What that check is? What
Okay,
is that check? What's
yeah,
that check?
yeah, okay, all right. So, speaking of 50, are you going to continue to work with 50 moving forward? I mean, I know you have these big plans to be back on tour with Martin Lawrence, and you have all these things going on. I mean, are you going to be still doing stuff with This Is 50?
I am forever grateful for the experiences that I had and everything. Now I'm just evolving to a different stage in my life where I just want to do my own thing. And if he ever called me and wants me to do anything in the future, I'm down for it. But right now I'm just focusing on jackthriller.com and all things Jack Thriller.
Okay, cool. I saw you were in the studio. Was that a new Halloween thing that you and Who Kid did with the Star Trek? Or was that something a little bit older? Because I saw the video that you guys put up for Halloween.
That's Who Kid's thing. That doesn't have anything to do with G Unit or
No, I know. I'm just asking though. Was that something new that you guys did, or was that something
no.
you guys...
That was old. He had
Oh, I
posted.
wasn't quite sure because it looked like you guys were having a ball.
Yeah, that was back in 2016.
Oh my God, that was a
Yeah.
long time ago.
Yeah, and he's reaching out to me. He want to do some shit and blah 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 and whatnot. And so it's always a funny little thing where he always throws different music on, and
Yeah.
people just like to see us together. And I love the clip too. It's a really fun clip and everything. We are having a ball definitely.
When we're still working up there, I used to really enjoy seeing Who Kid.
Yeah. Yeah, he's one of those people. His aura is amazing.
Yes, he's just somebody, and he embraces folks, and he's just super chill. Like he's so fun to be around.
Oh yeah, really great guy. And he met Michael Jackson.
He
Isn't that
did?
cool? Yes, his Michael Jackson story is amazing.
I didn't
Please,
know that. Well, I've never heard the Michael Jackson story.
you gotta look it up. Me and him, Who Kid Untold Stories with me, interviewing him. All the untold stories are so
Wow,
hilarious.
I didn't know that. I feel like he's not old enough or something, but I guess he is. So who's
Who
the
Kid?
best person you have? What'd you say?
He just said, "Cool Kid might be 50. Ain't no telling."
He's not older than me.
Yeah,
I always think everybody's younger than me, though. I always do. I just always do.
Me too.
Yeah, you always think that too.
Yes, I'm 38. I always think.
Yeah, you're younger than me. You're younger than me. So I was going to ask you, because you've interviewed so many folks, who was your favorite person to talk to every single time?
Mike Tyson.
Really, Mike Tyson?
Oh my God! And I'm gonna be on his podcast soon.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm really, really excited about that. Yeah, since I'm 5 years old, man, I've been inspired and loved that man. And for me to actually be able to interview him in his hotel room and whatnot, and him like he's just so genuine and so cool, and it was just so inspirational, and it really built me up and whatnot, and because I wanted to be a boxer when I was a kid, but my mom told me that I couldn't because I had one eye, and we talked about the interview too. So yeah, it was a dream come true to be able to tell him that story and then send the shit to my mama. And so my mama they're like, look, well, I told him and shit that you had it held me back from boxing and shit. Yeah.
Wow. Have you ever gotten to talk to Robin Givens? Because I feel like people still to this day are either Mike Tyson fans or Robin Givens fans.
Nah, I never got a chance to meet her or talk to her and whatnot. And I'm still in love with Robin Givens too.
Yeah, she looks so good. I interviewed her at the BET Awards last year, and Robin Givens, she looks phenomenal. She's like, and she's working as an actress. She's still on TV. Like, she's doing so many things.
Oh yeah, she ain't playing. You talk about somebody that took their relationship and ran with it. Yeah.
But people still talk so badly about her. Like they'll be saying like, you know what? They say mean things about her because they feel like she kind of like made Mike Tyson look bad, especially in that interview with Barbara Walters all those years ago, where she's like, Michael can be abusive. So,
yo, his commentary behind that shit on so he said, man, I wanted to punch her in her face so bad. And
oh my God, Jack.
When you watch it again and you see his face, like,
yeah, he looked like, he was like, what am I supposed to do in this situation?
Yeah.
She's framing me.
Yeah, he's trying to keep it together, man. And she's like, really, really coming for him, as they say these days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was very entertaining.
Well, when you're on his podcast, Jack, ask him. Be like, hey, have you talked to Robin lately? Jack's like, no. No, I'm not saying anything. That's hilarious.
You know what I will do? I will bring it up but the way I would have to bring it up is if I talk about my own relationships.
Oh, yeah.
Whatnot, and then slide it in there, and
like, say like, talk about your like domestic violence, abusive relationship, and then say, have you ever been in a bad relationship like that, Mike? and just kind of look at him like,
yeah, I ain't gonna take that damn. I'm taking none of your questions.
Yeah.
Where did you learn how to finesse?
That's how you slide it in there, Jack. Just slide it in.
That's the way you doing it right now. That's how women, you guys, y'all get away with a lot of shit just because you are women. I never ask him like that.
No, you don't feel comfortable. Okay, so your cannabis business, Jack, tell me about it.
Well, Pizza Pusher, my man Pizza Pusher, Chris Barrett got me into the game and whatnot, and it's a weed infused pizzas and stuff. I had learned so much from this business. It got me on private jets, and what I'm saying, it's really got my name inside the world of cannabis, tobacco. Got me in High Times magazine.
Oh, wow!
What the fuck?
Wow!
Listen, ever since How High.
Yeah.
With Method Man and Redman,
yeah.
And they got in. They at the end of the movie, they was in High Times.
Yeah.
I wanted to get in that shit, and I never thought
this was like a goal.
Yeah.
I got to get in this magazine.
but Jenny, guess what? I don't smoke.
Well, it doesn't matter. You still just want to be a part of that, that clique. That group
Yeah,
of people.
I didn't know how it was gonna happen, but now I'm 100% certain that I can do anything.
Okay.
I put anything. There's no obstacle that I can't accomplish, and yeah, it got me inside that magazine. And now I'm starting my own pizza business, infused pizza business, and I got my own vapes coming out, my own gummies and chocolates and shit, and my Jackie juice, the infused punch.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, how do you infuse pizza with weed?
Man, I ain't telling your ass that, Jenny.
Oh no, I'm just wondering. I don't know. I'm not going to do it, Jack.
And I'm not going to tell you how to do it. on. Everybody on your shit better buy my shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, all right,
Get it?
cool.
Hey, you see what I just did?
Yeah, yeah. So how
Don't.
do we go about ordering any of this stuff?
I'm fixing to actually do a rollout and
Okay.
start doing some promo on it and whatnot, and on my new platforms that I'm gonna be on. I just did a deal with Adam 22 and whatnot, so there's No Jumper East Coast. I will be doing what he does on the East Coast and whatnot. I'm like 3 episodes in, and they actually air next week on No Jumper.
Oh wow.
I'm also doing some things with Chuck Creekmore and Grouchy from allhiphop.com.
Nice.
We got big things coming up. Just did doing a deal with Nick Cannon for a podcast with me and my boy Gabriel Hart. He's a world-renowned music video director. We're doing a podcast and whatnot, and where I'll be doing it out on the West Coast. I'm gonna be out on the West Coast, and then taking it down to Atlanta and collabing with my homegirl. She hit me up about a week ago and made me an offer that I couldn't refuse. And there's a podcast also, K. Michelle and whatnot. So we fixing to do a podcast. So I'm all over the place, and I'm gonna be all over the place, from New York to Cali to Atlanta and my hometown. And I just got a lot of cool things coming out. I'm also working on my comedy R&B album and whatnot, and which I'll be filming in Atlanta. You're gonna see me actually working out material in front of your face for my Netflix special.
Nice. You have a Netflix special coming out?
Hey man, coming soon, man. 2021, 22, one of them and whatnot,
Okay.
but hopefully 21.
Wow, that's just incredible. You're doing so many things. So you
Because
have
I'm focused on me. I ain't trying to do nobody else's dreams no more.
right. Yeah, this
On it. I ain't got. That's what I was doing. I just got distracted a lot in relationships and all this other stuff, and waiting on people to put me on. And I'm just really put myself first and put myself on right now. And
yeah,
when
I actually said that today to a friend of mine. I said, for like a lot of times, especially in this business, like you think like people will recognize how good you are and give you opportunities, but really that's not how it works. What happens is you have to really chase the opportunities that you want. I mean, you just can't sit back and wait.
Yeah, that's the old way.
Yeah.
Charlemagne says it great in the title of his book, Opportunities Come to Those Who Create Them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And oh my God. I'm just in a very creative space right now where I just got so many different ideas. I wrote a book about 4 years ago and whatnot, and I'm searching for a deal, and I'm gonna get a deal. I'm gonna just get all my shit off, man. And I'm putting myself on.
All right, so you just named about 15 things that you have going on. So where do we find all of this that's going on with you so we can follow you and just know?
JackThriller.com. I'm actually revamping my site within 2 weeks from today. It'll be up, and I'm doing a party here, and probably I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna do it, in the Bronx or in Times Square. The information will be out there. You definitely invited.
Okay.
And weed infused pizza and private chefs there. It's gonna be a wang dang doodle.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to it, and thanks so much for joining me today for Who Will She Be Talking to Wednesdays. Really appreciate it.
Man, hey, listen, man, the pleasure was all mine. I'm a really big fan. I think you're amazing. I love your spirit, and every time I see you, it just makes me smile.
Oh, Jack, you're one of my
You be glowing. Your aura is amazing.
Wow, thank you. I do try to be a good person, but I do want to say about you that, we meet a lot of people in this business, and a lot of people are just not great. They're really phony people, and they're only good to you when you're doing something for them somehow.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like you're such an amazing person because you have never been that type of person. You're just super genuine, and I'm so happy to have you in my life.
Thank you, Jenny. I appreciate it. That was a lot. Wow. Thank you.
All right. Well, I'm going to go because my kids are in the next room starting to argue, so I better go and be mom. All right. I'll see you soon. Bye, Jack.